All right, welcome to Bitcoin Crypto News Online. I am your host, Shane. Today we have a very exciting episode. We're going to look at the charts. We're going to look at Bitcoin hitting $108,000 all-time highs in the last seconds on some exchanges. We're going to talk about Bitcoin staking. We'll talk about some other hot news items. But first, let's take a look at that beautiful market cap pushing into the $4 trillion zone. We're just shy of 4 trillion a little bit. Bitcoin stable at 106,000, almost $107,000. The downtrend and profit taking did not really happen. We talked about this yesterday. We can look at the chart over 24 hours. The lowest drop was down to, what am I looking at here? 105, maybe a little bit lower, 105, yeah, 105K. So not a really big drop, which that's great. There's a lot of momentum. Looks like on the 7-day that we are just headed straight up. On the 1 month, a little hacky, but I see good line from here to here to here. We are still in an upward trajectory. We will probably get some correction at some point, but there's not a ton of resistance moving forward. There is some at 110,000, I understand. People who are longing and shorting and all that good stuff. If we can blow past 110,000, we could easily see that $10,000 day, that $10,000 candle in one 24-hour period is on the horizon, possibly before, I don't know, maybe before January when the president is inaugurated. That is a time that there will be some action, probably prior to that, maybe up into that, with new announcements and action. I mean, yeah, we might see a little bit of profit taking, but we could see this thing really launch. Maybe even Christmas, we could see over 110,000 at the rate we're going. This is possible. Don't be too surprised if you don't see a correction, but man, the market is just blowing my mind. It's doing really good. Ethereum, let's go through our top coins of significance. Bitcoin number 1, Ethereum, followed by XRP, Solana at number 5, BNB at number 6, Dogecoin, Cardano at 9, and then Tron's at 11, then Avalanche, Chainlink, Shiba Inu, Toncoin. We got Sui at 18, Stellar doing very well at 19, Polkadot, Hendra, Wealth, and then on into the 20s a little bit more. We got Bitcoin, Uniswap, Pepe, and then Litecoin. And you can see these gains over the last week. We're looking at 32% gains for Sui. We're looking at 15, almost 16% for Hendra. We're looking at 36% increase for Chainlink. We're looking at 33% for XRP and over 10% gains for Bitcoin and Ethereum. So the market is going like gangbusters. Let's take a look at our time chain calendar. What is the deal for Satoshis today? It's 936 Satoshis for $1. Our fear and greed is extremely greedy, which usually indicates some selling will take place. At 87% greed, I would expect to see some selling, but we'll have to wait and see how strong hands hold out. Bitcoin price prediction. From our friends at Coin Codex. They tell us that the 5-day prediction is at 112. Yeah, I could see that happening. The 1 month is at 118. The 3 month drops to 109. Again, these are based on moving averages, relative strength index, and other charts. Our altcoin season, it's been heating up as we get more money into the market. We're at 65%. We were hot and heavy there last week. Still profits being made in the altcoin area, some of the top coins you can look at. If you want to go to blockchaincenter.net, you can look up the altcoin season index, and they'll also give you the top 50 coins that are performing right now over the last 90 days. So here are the winners. HBAR at 525%, XLM at 333%, Dogecoin at 318%, SUI at 296%, Algo at 265%, ADA at 244. So lots of great winners. We got some meme coins here like Pepe at 236% wins. So a lot of gains over the last 90 days. Bitcoin's been 89%. So really good market. Let's take a look at our latest news. I want to thank you guys for liking. Hit that like button. We really appreciate it. It's a great way to just say thank you for taking a little time out of your day and doing research and getting that out to us. I appreciate it. How MicroStrategy and others are taking on billions in debt to buy more Bitcoin. Some investors say this is a dangerous strategy because the average price for the Bitcoin that MicroStrategy is paying, it was 30-something thousand, and now it's in the 60,000 range because they just bought all kinds of Bitcoin over 100K per Bitcoin. So pretty amazing. We'll have to see how this works out in the long run. But other companies are following suit with this investing fairly heavy. This is from our friends at CoinDesk. Also, Telegram tap to earn games will drive Web3 gaming success in 2025, according to CoinDesk.com. We're going to talk about Bitcoin staking in a little bit. Also, the U.S. shuts down North Korean crypto money laundering network, according to an article here. So, yeah, they're still cracking down on people here. We've got Layer 2 Fuel is the name of the coin. Fuel airdrop, 10% of new token supply to 200,000 wallets. So congratulations if you're in on that. Nigeria arrests over 800 on crypto scams. So be aware. By the way, you know, commercials that you get during YouTube videos can be total scams and often are. So don't click on those links. If you see something you're really interested in, look it up, do some research. Pudgy Penguins are a NFT, a non-fungible token that is gaining a lot of value. Some of these Pudgy Penguin tokens are worth a ton of money. They're coming out with their own coin. It's called the Pingu, and there's a $2.3 billion market cap. It says $90 million worth of Pingu has traded in the first hour of its release, so probably people will make money on that. It is a meme coin, a meme type coin, NFTs and things like that. So yeah, when they're hot, and when they're not, they're not. I don't fool with those. So if you're interested in investing in that, find someone that specializes in NFTs and things like that. We do talk about meme coins a little bit here and there. I do invest in Dogecoin. I've invested in Pepe and Bonk and Brett and things like that. So if you follow me, you will hear me talk about that occasionally, not a ton, but to try and do, I call them gambling coins. So you can check that out if you want. Here is our Cointelegraph top articles today. Stripe enabled USD payments for global contractors. Startup companies with the U.S. paying contractors in 69 countries through Stripe. So that's interesting. AI and security, scaling in Bitcoin through an AI-driven DeFi is happening. MicroStrategy is a company, a real brick and mortar company that invests heavily into Bitcoin. Michael Saylor is their CEO, and Brigham Tamuli tells us that their market cap is going higher than Nike. If Bitcoin rallies to 138,000, they will be just huge, enormous, above Starbucks and Nike. So we'll see. I think it'll happen. We're going to look at that $108,000 Bitcoin all-time high and what's going to happen next. We'll take a look at that. Also, Middle Eastern countries are quite interested. The Sharia compliant crypto services is helping to pick out what type of stablecoins can be used in the Middle East. So that's still going. No CBDC. Yes to Bitcoin. European MP calls for the EU BTC reserve. So Europe wants to have a reserve, just like Trump is pushing a Bitcoin reserve. So this is going to catch on, folks. This is going to be huge. This is going to be probably the biggest gains we're ever going to see in Bitcoin this year, this next coming 12 months or less. But I think we're going to see the biggest gains that we've ever seen in Bitcoin. I hope. Not investing advice. We're just talking shop here. Google's Willow quantum chip, we talked about that. That is not going to crack Bitcoin, so that is not something that you have to worry about. It is something we need to talk about in the future, but yeah, nobody has the money to buy enough of those to actually do the damage, and they're just not quite there on the technology. Mt. Gox transfers 172 million Bitcoin to new wallets. El Salvador grants BitGet license for Bitcoin services. So El Salvador moving forward. Kraken Australia hit with a $5 million fine. Coinbase accused of market manipulation. So these companies are getting called under the wire by some of these government authorities. And yeah, you know, maybe they're guilty, maybe they're not. I don't know. But we certainly don't want companies to take advantage of us. Bitcoin's $108,000 all-time high last seconds as Bitcoin price dives 2.4%. This is on Cointelegraph by William Suberg, and you can check that out if you want. We're going to talk about it here. There's the 108,000. I didn't see that on CoinGecko. Maybe it popped up on one of the other exchanges. They have it here, a snapshot from TradingView on Bitstamp. So on Bitstamp, it did go up quite a bit. Cointelegraph, Market Pro, and TradingView confirmed Bitcoin USD reached its highest ever levels, diving over $2,000 in minutes. The retracement sent it back to $106,000. So yeah, lots of support levels there getting hit. The on-chain data platform Whalemap revealed areas of accumulation by large volume holders. So they seem to be buying more. Whale accumulations at $98,133, according to the Whale Bubbles. The Whalemap team reported in a post on X referencing the proprietary analysis tools that track that. A downturn happened, and open interest was over 7 billion. Data from monitoring resource CoinGlass showed about 1.3 billion in positions was eradicated. So that can cause a jump. You can see the thing right here where, boom, there was that big drop right there. People lost their positions in shorting and longing and all that good stuff. It does change the price pretty quickly when the market goes in the opposite direction of what people are betting on. So the market likes to disappoint the most people possible. It just seems to be the way it is. QCP Capital commented in the last post to Telegram, his Telegram subscribers, says, however, the options markets offers a note of caution with a continued skew toward puts over calls, even as spots continue to make new highs, perhaps signaling a preference for hedging rather than aggressively chasing the rally. Taking a longer-term view, popular trader Josh Ranger was among those unfrazzled by the price action. Stop freaking out about every pullback for the entire crypto market, whether Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Solana, or memes, whatever, react. It's healthy. Everything should be higher over the next 3 to 6 months. Now until summer 2025 should be the time to be exposed. According to him, Bitcoin price dip could wipe multiple weeks of upside, while many unexpected upside continuations could take Bitcoin to $120,000. According to analysts, Reckitt Capital warned the time may have come for a deeper correction. Will that happen? That's what I was expecting, a correction, maybe not a deep one, but a correction. We really didn't get it. 105,000 wasn't a big correction in my opinion. That was pretty small. But yeah, it looks like we're already headed in an upward trajectory. The trend is your friend. Could we have a correction? Yes, we could have another correction. Doesn't look like it'll be too deep if it is, but you just don't know. Just don't know. So in 2013, Bitcoin pulled back in week 7. In 2017, it retraced 34% in week 8. In 2021, it pulled back 16% in week 6. So that's kind of the past history. Will it repeat that? Maybe a little bit. Definitely, there's corrections and correlations to down draws that we have seen in the overall market. But as far as exact day, some things, but not everything. Bitcoin bull market downturns, according to Glassnode. So there it is right there. All right. Now let's take a look at the staking that could define Bitcoin's role in the global digital economy in 2025. This is a big deal. A lot of people have Bitcoin. They're not happy with the gains that are there, or they are happy, but they want more. If we go to CoinDesk.com, this is an opinion piece by Fisher Yu, edited by Nelson Wang, and it says this case for Bitcoin staking is going to increase. If you could take a little bit of your Bitcoin and make some money off of it, and it seems to be a safe area, you don't even have to give your Bitcoin up. You can use a third party to do it. So there are some new techniques that are being used where it's a three-party wallet basically, and you really don't lose hold of your Bitcoin. They have a say on it. When the contract is done, as long as you're not washed out, then the money would go back to you at a certain time, kind of like a smart contract. If you don't pay it back, then you're not going to be able to sell, and then the third party will give them the settlement, and they will be able to recoup the money that you borrowed. So, or the loss that Bitcoin might have taken. So, or the time period that you decided to have it locked up. So it's fair to say Bitcoin has achieved global prominence, including the inspiration of creation of Ethereum and thousands of other protocol tokens. And Bitcoin is becoming the reserve currency of El Salvador on just 2 main use cases. This is enough to continue the exponential impact on finance. That's a question. Is it? According to Bitcoin's extraordinary contributions to transforming our global system to date, it certainly could be. And many would argue that it's an introduction of additional native use cases to retain core testnets of decentralization and self-custody will further Bitcoin's impact on the world stage. The advent of local novel security sharing protocols will have Bitcoin staking a third native use case for Bitcoin, which will define the next era of its growth. So that would be great if there is a safe way of staking Bitcoin. Also, the talk of proof of stake for Bitcoin system has been brought up. I think most people are not a big fan of that. Proof of stake would make it much more energy efficient, but it would be a lot less people involved. And I don't know that the Bitcoin community is ready for proof of stake. They like proof of work. Proof of work is much more secure, but we've seen proof of stake work with Ethereum for quite a while. So who knows? Who knows what could happen with global pressure to be more energy efficient? We could see that happen. DO and POS chains need added security. It's actually, do POS chains need additional security. So POS is proof of stake. POW is proof of work. Those are, you're living in acronym world here, but yes, they need added security. That's why you usually have to put a lot of capital. You have to invest some of your own Bitcoin and lock it up, stake it basically, in order to run a node for a proof of stake type of environment where there's a lot less computing power behind it. So that is something to see. Bitcoin staking, how would it work? Staking is a two-sided market. On one side, there's the Bitcoin holders, the suppliers who earn staking rewards in exchange for offering their assets to secure the proof of stake chains. On the other side is the proof of stake protocols that benefit from the enhanced security streaming from the increased capital being staked as part of the transaction validation process, essential to long-term viability of the network. The fact that Bitcoin is the most decentralized network and that Bitcoin is the least volatile among the digital assets also helps. Additionally, because proof of staking systems rely on slashing as a way to punish bad actor validators, it also applies to staked Bitcoin. So it looks like institutional places are interested in this. Corporations, governments interested in staking, they're interested in digital assets. So we'll have to see how that works. The United States was possessing 213,000 Bitcoin, which was the world's largest governmental holding, followed by China, 190,000 Bitcoins. So other countries like Bhutan have become significant actors in Bitcoin space, ranking fourth place for Bitcoin owned by governments, behind the UK's 61,000 Bitcoin reserves and ahead of El Salvador's reported holdings of 5,800 Bitcoin. This trend is increasing. Governmental Bitcoin holdings represents a larger evolution in financial and geostrategy or strategic planning to bolster economic stability on both a large and small scale. So interesting things going on in the world, definitely going to push Bitcoin up quite a bit. My prediction right now, it is really tough to tell what's going on with the charts. We're in an upward trajectory. We're not showing the signs of a huge dip or a huge spike, but I think there is some signs of pressure at 110K. If we can get past 110K, I believe we're going to see that $10,000 candle. People like to call it a God candle. God is a lot bigger than a $10,000 candle, I will tell you that. But it is a big, big candle. Some people like to call it a Kaiser candle. I've heard that before, like Max Kaiser. I'd be okay with calling it that. But whatever you want to call it, a mega candle or whatever. So that is it. I am done. I hope you have a great day. We will talk to you soon.